wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
Hi guys! I hope everyone is doing well. This is my first YouTube video in 5 years. So today we're just going to do a life update, a Q&A. So I put a question box on my Instagram and a few people asked me some questions and I'm going to answer them. And then we'll just chit chat, chit chat. So, life update. I don't know if y'all remember the video that I posted Christmas Eve in Baltimore. That was the first time meeting my now husband. At that time he was my boyfriend, of course, but that was my very first time meeting him. We had started talking in October of 2019. So that was my first time meeting him in person, because at that time, I know a lot of people probably didn't know, but I lived in PG County. So he still lived in Baltimore. I lived in PG County. So we didn't see each other until Christmas Eve in person. We were just doing FaceTime basically. So that was our first time meeting. We were talking. Everything was wonderful. It's still wonderful, but we were talking. We were just getting to know each other. We were going on dates like every weekend, things like that. So he would come to PG County sometimes. I would come to Baltimore sometimes. Sometimes we would get like a hotel and just do fun stuff all weekend in DC or Virginia. We had so much fun. But anyway, yeah, so that was the first time I met him. I'm going to insert like a picture of the video. And in the picture, I didn't post him. I posted his feet in the video because no face, no case. I didn't want nobody to know who he was. So I just posted his feet. We were walking together. But I'm going to post the video that it's in so you can see the time span. Basically, fast forward 2020, 21. We still dating. Everything's great. Like I said, we're having fun. We living it up. We ain't got no bills. We ain't got no responsibilities for real. Stuff like little stuff. Phone bill, car insurance, car note. Well, I had a car note. He paid his car off. So we just had like little stuff like that. We was living it up. We was having so much fun. February of 2022. He asked me to marry him. He proposed to me. He asked me to marry him. And of course I said yes, because of course I want to marry you. Yes, I want to marry you. But I was so, I won't say pressed, but I was so excited. When we first met, my husband told me that April was his worst month. Like everything bad happened in April. So I was like, let's make April a good month. So I was like, let's get married in April. And he like, April of this year? And I'm like, yeah, why not? What's sold up? He like, okay. Y'all, we got married April 30th. And everything was beautiful. I'm going to insert some pictures so that you guys can see. But we got married April 30th of 2022. And everything was beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We did not have like a big reception. We actually rented out like a little space in Fogo de Chao, a restaurant. I'm not sure if you're not familiar. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse. And you pay like $60 for as much food as you want, basically. And we rented that space out, and whoever wanted to come came, and whoever didn't. It was fine. But that's what we did, because we didn't want like a huge reception. We really wanted something intimate. So our wedding, I think it was probably like, I'm gonna say maybe at the max like 60 people, 65 people maybe. And that was because some people just couldn't come. But we have a big family. So, and friends and everything, come to the wedding. So we had a very intimate wedding, but it was so beautiful. My dress was pink. Like I said, I'm going to insert some pictures, but my dress was pink and our colors were pink, rose gold, navy blue, and like white. So it was so beautiful. And you want to know, it was not stressful. The only part was stressful was when my husband proposed to me. The enemy did not want us to win. He didn't want us to get married. Of course, the devil doesn't believe in marriages. When I tell y'all, I was fighting for my life. Fighting for my life. The week after he proposed, my job called me and terminated me for something that I didn't even do. Told me I was stealing time. I'm not even a stealing time person. And then I called HR and they realized that I guess the manager was lying, but they still couldn't give me my job back. So he's telling me I don't have a job and I'm about to get married in like less than 30 days or less than 60 days. So that was stressful. And then on top of that, out of the blue, I just kept getting sick. But we really wanted to be obedient to God. We wanted to do things right. Yes, we did some things before we got married that I'm sure God was probably like, you know better. But we really wanted to please God. So in our obedience, we were getting hit left and right. Like left and right. Like it was like pew, 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 pew. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot win this fight. But my mom was by my side the whole time, praying me through. And every time she was praying, I just knew I could win. Like I was like, I'm married. I'm walking down that altar to my man. And I'm saying I do for the rest of my life. Like I'm marrying him. I'm marrying him. The devil can try everything he wants, but I'm getting down to that altar. So fast forward to, like I said, everything was happening. Thank God we had the support of our family, friends that helped us purchase things for the wedding, helped us get things for the wedding, helped me set up for the wedding. And everything turned out beautiful. Fast forward to the day of the wedding. Yo. It was crazy. So we had rehearsal, of course, the day before at the church. So we had it at our church, me and my husband's church. We got married at our church. We had the rehearsal. Everything was great. Mind you, me being me, if you don't know me, I'm a perfectionist, but I really love party design, interior design. Like I love to decorate. We already had somebody that was decorating. The deaconess of our church was decorating for us. That's what she does. She was decorating for us. But I stayed back after the rehearsal and was helping her basically just touch up everything, make sure everything was perfect. Why we didn't get out there till 2 o'clock in the morning? Mind you, my hair appointment was 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, hair appointment, 4 o'clock in the morning. But that was the best time for me to get it done because my wedding started at 1 p.m. And my husband was not playing. We was going to be on time. So I said, okay. Hey, sis. My sis Marquita. Shout out to Marquita. Woo woo. She got up, did my hair at 4 a.m. for my wedding. Mind you, when we left the church, after decorating, I went back to my mom's house because you know you're not supposed to see your husband 24 hours before you get married. So I went to my mom's house. I didn't have no bridal shower or nothing. I didn't do none of that. Like I was just so traditional and plain, basic, whatever. I just wanted to enjoy I just wanted to really enjoy having a stress-free wedding. And it was stress-free. Like I was not stressing. I didn't have no bridal party. My little brother was the ring bearer and my little cousin was the flower girl. I didn't have no wedding. Of course, our parents walked down the aisle and our grandparents, but we didn't have no wedding party, no groomsmen, no bridesmaids, no matron, maid, none of that. I didn't want to deal with nothing. I wanted to deal with me, myself, and I already had enough going on. So I went to my mom's house, showered, everything, got all my stuff ready, put it in a bag so that we could take it to the church after we leave for me getting my hair done because we had makeup appointments. And thank God the makeup artist came to ours because she is the truth. She did me, my mom, and my mom-in-law's makeup. And she beat our face, okay? So I'm gonna insert her Instagram page. Y'all go book with her, look at her page, and yeah. So got my hair done, 4 o'clock, came to the church, started preparing because I did have like hors d'oeuvres. So we started setting that up. My mom made her most famous, good meatballs. My cousin and his wife made buffalo chicken dip with chips. It was so good. And I think we had something else. My aunt made the tea because she's a beast on the tea. And I think we had something else. But anyway, we started setting that up. Got my makeup done. Fast forward. It's about 12:45. Mind you, my husband, his brother. His brother was also in the wedding. He rolled down the what's it called? The runner. Yeah, he rode down the runner for us. So everybody was there. His grandmother, his mother was already there, but his grandmother, his dad was there, his grandmother on his father's. Everybody was there, ready, on time. It was 12:45, and I was just sitting back there waiting. Y'all was shaking my boots. I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a big moment for me. This has been a dream. When I was younger, I said I wanted to get married at 22. I got married at 21, almost 22. And it was like a dream come true to the man of my dreams. So, Flower Girl came, and before I know it, I heard my music come on, y'all. I walked down to Best Part by her. When I tell y'all, I wasn't even at the top of the aisle, and I was already crying. My husband was boo-hooing. We was boo-hooing together. Everybody was boo-hooing. From the pulpit to the door. Boo-hooing. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. And I'm like, thank you. My little bottom lip, my big bottom lip, was shaking. My stepdad was like, come on. So what I did was, I have a stepdad and a dad. My mom married, so I have my stepdad. So he walked me halfway to my dad, and then my dad walked me to the altar. So my stepdad's like, come on, you got it. And I'm like, okay. So I got to the altar, we got married, and we went to Fogo de Chao, and the rest is history, y'all. And we will be married for 3 years on April 30th of this year. 3. Y'all, 3 years? I can't believe it. And I'm still in love. Like, it was just 2019. That is my baby. That's my best friend. Yes, we have problems like any other relationship, couple, marriage, or whatever. But we get through it. And we still love each other through it. Like, I love him so much. I love him more than life itself. That's my baby. Anyway, I got pregnant 8 months after we got married. Yes, 8 months. I got pregnant on Christmas Eve, according to the people. But I didn't find out I was pregnant until February. So, when I found out I was pregnant, I was 9 weeks pregnant. Mind you, I had no symptoms, no morning sickness, nothing. The only reason why I knew I was pregnant is because 3 things. My period was late. But I didn't take that as a indication because I was on birth control. So I was like, okay, sometimes my period be late. It's okay. 2, my Aunt Lisa, who's a prophetess, she didn't tell me that I was pregnant, but she knew I was pregnant. And she prayed that God would reveal it to me in a dream. That's 3. I had a dream. The same night that I talked to her, I had a dream that I was pregnant and I was giving birth to a baby. The baby didn't have a face, a gender, or nothing. It was just coming out of me. And I'm like, what the world? I told my husband that morning, I said, I'm getting a pregnancy test today. I'm going to Target pick it up today. I said, because it's no way. I just had a very vivid dream. Like, I had never had dreams that I was pregnant before that. And my husband was also having dreams, which also was like, yeah, get that test. Get it. So I went to pick it up. Took it the same night when my husband got home. Y'all. It didn't even wait 2 seconds before 2 lines popped up. Boop, boop, pregnant. I started crying. Why? I don't know. I think I was just overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, this is not what I planned. Because, let me tell it, we had 2 vacations planned that year. Had to get my money back because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go. We had 2 vacations planned. We were supposed to go to Houston, and the other one was up in the air. Houston had to get all my money back for the Airbnb, the flight, everything. I was livid. I was like, this is not what I planned. Oh my gosh. I did not want to have a kid this soon. Like, I wanted to enjoy my husband. I wanted to enjoy my marriage without having the responsibility of raising somebody else. Or being responsible for somebody else. Let me say that. So, I was just crying. But I was so happy. My husband, he was like, okay, why you crying? What you crying for? I'm like, what you mean? Why you not crying? You not sad about it? Like, why you not crying? He was like, no. I'm like, so you knew this? No, I didn't know it, but what's the point of crying? It is what it is. I'm like, okay, sure, it is what it is. So we immediately started calling all our family. First person I called was my mom and my dad, of course. And they were so happy. My mom was like, I'm about to be a grandma. And I'm like, okay. Like, you're a little too excited. Then my stepdad was like, I'm about to be a granddad. My dad was so happy. He was crying. Everybody was just so happy for us. Fast forward, we were going to appointments and everything. My due date was September 24th. But baby sis, so we found out, we thought she was a girl at first. I mean, we thought she was a boy. I apologize. We did like the blood test and we found out she was a girl. We had no girl name. So we came up with a girl name. And we both liked it. So we were like, okay, we good. Y'all, I was going crazy. I was shopping left and right. Left and right. Every time I was going somewhere, I was buying something for the baby. So by the time the baby shower came August 5th, it was like extra, but it was much needed extra. Like diapers, onesies, receiving blankets, like everything that we got, we needed, we used, we loved it. We had our baby shower. It was beautiful. The theme was You Are My Sunshine. And then that's so funny because my stepdad still calls her Sunshine. Like, that's his nickname for her, Sunshine. My dad's nickname for her is Beanbag. Where he got that from, I don't know. But everybody else called her Gigi, Mama, Pootie, Poo Poo. She got a whole bunch of nicknames. So everybody started just buying us stuff. His dad, his grandmother's mother, I'm sorry, got us the crib, the pack and play. His dad got us the dresser, like a whole bunch of clothes, diapers. Like, we were so blessed when we had Gianni. Gianni had everything that she needed and still does. Oh, yeah, sorry. Her name is Gianni. But she still does have everything that she needs. She never lacked anything from the day we found out she was gonna be born till now. And I just give all glory to God, because even if me and her dad can't get it for her, somebody else always comes in and get it for her. Or like my dad, like, he'll just call me and be like, what you need? Gianni need anything? Yeah, she always need diapers and wipes. And he just immediately just go get them. Like, no complaints, no problems, nothing. So, like I said, my due date was September 24th. We had the baby shower August 5th. At that point, it was weekly appointments because I was in my 3rd trimester. So I was going every week. Once it got closer to about 36, 37 weeks, they started testing my cervix. I guess testing my cervix, if that's the word, but to see if I was dilated. Yeah. 3 weeks straight and I was not dilated. I was only a half a centimeter dilated, if that. So I was like, sis got to get up out of me. Her yellow papers is coming. The eviction notice is here. Pink, yellow, all that. Get out of me. I was in so much pain at that point, y'all. I had lightning crotch very bad. It was like I barely could walk, like sitting down, standing up. I was out of breath. I was just over it. Like, get out. It's time for you to get out. Why you don't want to get out? Oh, I was just so frustrated. Thinking about it, it's making me frustrated. So I was like, okay, time to get out. So I elected for a, basically a voluntary induction, basically. So I said, yes, I want to be induced. And so they said, well, we can get you in on September 17th at 8 a.m. I'll be there. It was a Sunday, so I told my pastor, hey, I'm not going to be there because I'm getting induced with Gianni, and hopefully she'll come within like 24 hours or whatever. So my aunt, who I was telling you about a little back, who's the prophetess, was also my doula. So we only could have 4 people in the room. So it was me, my husband, my aunt, and my mom. And when I tell y'all, it was the best birthing experience ever. 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 When I got in the room, I immediately just like set the atmosphere. Started playing my gospel, my favorite songs, just bringing the atmosphere at peace. I got on the ball, started doing some exercises and things like that to try to like get Gianni to know, like, hey baby, come on, come down. I need you to come on down so that you can get up out of here. So shortly after that, they put like a balloon in me, and what they do is it's like it literally looks like just like a string with little tassels hanging on it, but those tassels have balloons attached to them. So they put that inside of me and they blew it up with saline. And the point of it was to basically help your cervix dilate. And once it comes out, the point or the hope is that you'll be 4 to 5 centimeters dilated. So they did that, and they also put like a little pill in there to soften it. Once that dissolved, then they put the balloon in there. I'm sorry. So the balloon came out and I was 5 centimeters dilated. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I'm halfway there. So I thought, let me say that. So 5 centimeters came. I'm still on the Pitocin. I'm at like 12 units of Pitocin. Because I don't know if you know, but Pitocin goes by twos. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, blah, blah, so on. So I'm still on the Pitocin. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, the contractions is coming. But I'm handling them very well. When the contraction come, I just need to squeeze whoever's, if you're in sight, you getting squeezed. Just like that. Whoever's in sight, nurse, doctor, anesthesiologist, whoever. So my aunt / my doula, I was still in the Pitocin. They let me walk around the hospital for a little bit, to try to just stay active, to try to get Gianni, like I said, to come down. So my water broke. So I'm doing these pelvic thrusts on the birthing ball. And before I know it, I feel a pop and all this water comes out. All this water just comes out. And I'm like, oh my God, my water broke. Oh my God. And so they come in, they clean me up, they get me back in the bed. And at this point, I'm like, yes, I'm about to have this baby. No. Not at all. At all. I was only 6.5 centimeters dilated. Yeah. When my water broke. So I'm not there yet. At this point, I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm like, I'm tired of sitting in this bed. I want to get up. I just want to have this baby and I just want to. So then they started rolling me like a rotisserie chicken every 15 minutes on the peanut ball, with the peanut ball in between my legs. Back and forth, just left to right, every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes. I am so irritated. At this point, I have made my way to 7.5 centimeters and I can't take the contractions anymore. They are killing me. Literally. Like, I was shaking, trembling in my boots. Felt like electricity was running through my body. I said, yes, I need the anesthesiologist now, please. Please, I want whoever it is here right now. Right now. The best anesthesiologist came. I don't even know his name. If I could find his name, Dr. Good. That's his name in my book. He did a good job. So I had a bulging disc in my L4 and L5 part of my spine. Mind you, if you don't know, but that's where the epidural is inserted. So they took the ultrasound machine and tried to find a good spot where they wouldn't touch the bulging disc or even affect it or even bother it. Because I didn't want my back to be hurting. That man did an amazing job. He stuck the needle. He numbed me. That part really only burned. Like, and the rest of the process was seamless. It was just staying still because my contractions were coming back to back, back to back. And I'm trying to stay still, bent over like a little cow. And I'm like... And my aunt stayed in there with me because only one person could stay in there because I knew she could help keep me calm. So I'm like... And she like, come on, baby, stay still. It's okay. Just breathe. And I'm like, I'm trying. Y'all, it was crazy. But after the epidural, they gave me a little button every 20 minutes. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all, I was so high. I didn't know epidural had fentanyl in it. Well, baby, I found out that day I was itching. I was so high. I was slurring the speech. I don't know what the people was talking about. And then a witch came in my room, y'all. It was trying to do some chanting spell or something on me. My mother, like I said, I was out of it. So my mother, I don't know what happened, but I guess she was in there trying to pull my toes or something. Mind you, the nurse had told us before that they had a nurse that liked to pull toes and stuff. My mother was like, well, she better not come in here. Well, she came in there and she tried it. And I didn't hear the music or nothing apparently that she was playing. Like she was playing some Hindu chanting music or something. And the only thing that woke me up was my mother. I guess she asked my mother, does she want to help her with whatever she was about to do? And my mother, with the sternness of her voice, if anybody knows my mother, she is the sweetest lady you will ever meet. But get on her bad side and play with her kids, you will meet 21215. Okay? That's Pocahontas if you don't know. Well, that lady almost met 21215 in the most godly, humble way. Okay? All I heard my mother say was, no, I don't want to help you. I want you to stop touching my daughter. I said, my job, like I'm saying, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I wake up. I just open my eyes and I look to the other side and I see this little old white lady. And I see something on the screen say something about Hindu, but at the bottom, my husband's touching my feet and my aunt is touching my legs. But then I see my aunt and my mom like making some eye contact where they're communicating with each other, but they're not saying nothing. And I'm just confused. I'm like, what is this lady doing in here? She said she was going to be my baby doctor. My mother said, no, you not. She said, no, we're getting a new baby doctor right now. Y'all, she went to the charge nurse, everything, got that lady up out of there, and she reported her. My mother was not playing. That lady was, I don't know what she was trying to do still to this day. If I could give a test, if I could get my mother to give me a segment, I would tell y'all. Because I still don't know. I just know whatever she was doing was some type of witchcraft. That's all I know. And she wasn't supposed to be doing it on me. So, after that happened, I'm still 7.5 centimeters dilated. So they end up putting one of them little pills in me again. Little pills that's supposed to help dissolve your cervix. So finally, mind y'all, it's the next day. It is September the 18th. And I'm still no baby. So finally, around like around like 4:30, I made it, y'all. Around 4:30 p.m. I had made it. I made it, and I was ready to push. Y'all, I pushed that baby out. But mind you, I was still out of it, so I was so sleepy because, like I said, they were still tossing me left and right like a rotisserie chicken every 15 minutes. So I really didn't get any rest. I had a lot of people coming and going out the room. That's one thing I won't do next year. Oh. Not next year. Next time. Next time. I won't do that. Because I really didn't get a lot of rest. So whoever's in the room is in the room. And then once the baby comes, then everybody else can come. Because it was just a lot on me. And then there was a lot of coming and going and things like that. So I definitely wouldn't do that next time. But 4:30 came and I was pushing, y'all. I was pushing. I was doing different type of positions. The first one was like tug of war. Baby, that was too much. I was sweating. I was hot. I said, this is too much. And then she was counting to 10. I said, can we count to 8? I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Can I take a nap? They said, no, baby. You got to push. Then you want this baby to get out? I'm like, yes, but I want to take a nap. I'm sleepy. It was like, no, come on. You got to push. You got to push. I'm like, okay. So I'm pushing. Y'all, I'm pushing. They like, my favorite, well, what worked for me was my husband was on one leg, my mom was on the other leg, and every time I pushed, they were pushing my knees towards my chest, and I was pushing up, holding like, that worked for me. They would still count to 8, and then I would release and take a little breath, and then keep going. Mind you, screaming do not help. If you are pregnant right now, don't be screaming while you're giving birth to that baby, because it's not helping. I'm telling you. Just breathe. Take one deep breath in. Let it out. Take a break and do it all over again. But I got tired of taking breaks. And then my doctor, amazing. He's amazing. He came in and said, Mari, keep pushing. Don't stop. I see the baby head. And then the nurses, I love her so much still. She's the sweetest. I hope I have her as a nurse the next time I have a baby. But she was like, well, I know you said you wanted the baby to have a lot of hair, Mom, but it doesn't look like it. Really? But I didn't care. I just wanted to get out. So my doctor was like, Mariama, don't stop pushing. Keep going. Y'all, I was like, I didn't stop. I wasn't screaming though, because we had my family, everybody that couldn't come, we had them on a Zoom call. And they was like, we didn't hear you screaming. Yeah, because I wasn't screaming. I was pushing. Y'all, I pushed her out. At 5:03 p.m., my baby was out. But there's a testimony. There is a miracle in my baby. Mind you, my baby name means God has answered. Back then, when I first had the name, I didn't know what God was going to answer, because I definitely wasn't praying to have no baby. Okay? But God has answered is the meaning of her name. Jonni, if you didn't know. That's how you spell her name. Yes, she's a triple J like her dad. So middle and last name is all J. So when my baby came out, I'm not going to cry. When she came out, she was not breathing. For about almost 5 minutes, my baby was not breathing. When I say not breathing, they said her lips turned purple, her skin was pale. Mind you, I didn't know all of this until I read her summary after we had left the hospital, because I was still out of it, and the baby nurse and my mom was distracting me. But I'm seeing my husband, tears flowing from his eyes. My aunt went to go get her anointed oil, and she's just like walking around. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't hear my baby. My husband's still crying. Yes, we were both crying when she came out. And he was like, baby, you did it. I was like, I did it, baby, I did it. But he's still crying. My mother's crying and speaking in tongues. And the baby's nurse like, you did it, Mom. You did so wonderful. You're amazing. You're amazing. And I'm like, thank you. Where's my baby? I'm trying to look. And I can't see because there's a bunch of people surrounded my baby. They like, we need cardiac pediatrics. We need pediatric cardiology. I'm like, what? They come in with this big machine. And I hear it like, I guess it was suctioning whatever was stuck in her throat out of her. Y'all, my baby could have not lived. But God gave us a promise. Throughout my whole pregnancy, I dealt with no sickness. I dealt with no gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, none of that. And God gave me a promise that my baby would be healthy and she would live. Even though the doctors had a whole bunch to say, all this because of my weight and blah, blah, blah. My baby lived, y'all. She lived. And when they got whatever was stuck in her throat out, my baby started crying. And my husband just broke down. Like, he just broke down crying. He went down to his knees and he just broke down crying. My mom was crying. Like, I was crying. I didn't even know I was crying about it. I just knew I heard my baby crying. My baby is a miracle. God answered a prayer that we didn't even know that we needed to pray for. All we kept praying was, that's all we kept praying for. But we didn't know that when she came out, she was not going to be breathing. God answered our prayer through something that we didn't even know was going to happen. And I just really give all glory to God still to this day, because my baby will be 2. September the 18th, she will be 2 years old. My baby is smart as a whip, okay? She is full of life, full of joy, laughter, and she is the sweetest thing ever. And I just thank God for giving me and my husband the opportunity to be her parents, to see her growth, see her personality come to fruition. And it's amazing. I love my Gigi. I love my Gigi. So yeah, y'all, that's the testimony in there. But after everything was good, she was good. After they suctioned everything out, she was good. They did just say she was in shock from, I guess, just coming through the birth canal. She was just in shock. So everything was good. My husband cut the umbilical cord, and we got to hold her. I did chest to chest, and we stayed in the hospital for, I think, just overnight, really. No, 2 days, because when she came out, her nostril was swollen, one of them. So they had to keep suctioning her out just to make sure like nothing would get stuck up there and cause her to like stop breathing. So we stayed, and everybody came and visited us and brought us food and checked in on us and things like that. And it was an amazing experience, and I can't wait to do it all over again. Hopefully next time I have a boy. If not, I would love to be a 2-time girl mom, because I love my baby girl. Like, that's my bestie for the restie. So yeah, if you're a mom or you're about to be a mom and you're currently pregnant, my advice to every mom is when you get in that room, even if your birth is not planned or you're not planned to have an induction or C-section or whatever, when you get in that room, set your atmosphere, because that it matters. It matters. I did not have a stressful birth, like a birthing process. I did not have a traumatic birthing experience. Everything was peaceful. Everything was of God. Everything was love. Like, it was amazing. Even though, like, everybody came to the hospital. My dad came and visited me from PG County. He came to the hospital. My husband's mom, his grandma, like, everybody came and just was there for us until Gianni came into this world, and it was amazing. And I would do it all over again to this day. And I can't wait to do it all over again. When that time is right, I'm going to do it all over again, and I'm going to do the same thing. Set my atmosphere. Make sure that my atmosphere is conducive to what I want to bring into this world, which is peace. And when Gianni came into, she was such a peaceful baby. When people say they have crybabies, my baby was not a crybaby. She was so peaceful. As long as she ate and her diapers was changed, she was just chilling. She was just chilling. I mean, as she got older now she don't just be chilling. She just be whining sometimes, but that's because she can't express how she's feeling all the time or what she's trying to say. Sometimes she can do like her sign language or say what she's trying to say now, but sometimes she just can't. So she just whines until we figure out what she wants, I guess. So yeah, y'all, that's kind of an update. I mean, nothing else really is going on. Like I said, my baby will be 2 this year. I'll be married 3 years this year, and yeah, that's it. Like, life is great. Life is great, y'all. So now I'm just gonna answer the questions that I got, if I didn't answer them already, because like I said, I gave my whole life. Hold on. The first one is, how do you keep the spark in your marriage? That's a good one. So, dating. Even when you get married, you still have to date like you boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, we still do stuff like we boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, after we had Gianni, it was some things changed because we were still trying to find a balance. It's still trying to be, it was more so me, be comfortable with Gianni staying the night at her grandparents and things like that. But now that we found a balance, we just date. We still have that intimacy. And when I say intimacy, I'm not just talking about hunching. I'm talking about deeper than that. Like, we still sit on the couch, watch TV, laugh, kiki, haha. We still enjoy each other. And even if that means we gotta send Gianni to her nana's or her grandma or not whoever, just nana or grandma really, then that's what we do. We just ask in advance, hey, we want to do this. Can Gianni come over? And Nana and Grandma usually are like, yeah, like, come on. Especially Nana. She loves her Nana. Let me tell you, that's great grandma. That's Justin's. So my husband's, his name is Justin. That's his grandma. She loves her Nana. Okay? She know her Nana house. When we pull up, she be like, clapping her hands. She loves her Nana with all her heart. She do the same thing with her grandmother and her uncle. So my little brother, he's 11. That's like her older brother. She loves her Uncle Alex. She loves her grandma. She loves her Nana. Her Mimi. She love her Mimi. That's my mom-in-law. She love her Mimi. Okay? So we have a great support. In her pop-up, if he's available, that's my husband's dad. Because like I told you, my dad live in PG County, so he live a little far. But my husband's dad, she love her pop-up. When she go with him, she be cool. So it just came with just being comfortable with sending her to whoever, our village, her village. and just being comfortable with that. And we just date. We really do. We still have fun. We, even if it's at home, we do stuff. And so that's really how we keep the spark. After all these, after through almost 3 years, we date. We do things. Even if it's a staycation, we going. We getting up out of here. So yeah, that's really how. The next questions are, or the next question, I'm sorry. What are some struggles you've dealt with during motherhood? Okay, so I suffer from postpartum depression, but I didn't know I was suffering from it. I wasn't consciously aware that that is what I was suffering from. But I wasn't like sad or depressed or wanted to harm myself or others or the baby. I was just like very moody and emotional. Any little thing, I was crying. Like, always wanted my husband's attention. I was very needy, and like, I was just like everywhere. I felt like I lost my sense of identity. Like, I didn't feel like myself. Like, I didn't dress the same. I didn't feel the same. Like, I barely wanted to get dressed. Like, I didn't put on my cute clothes. I didn't do my makeup. I didn't wear like my hair. I really probably didn't even care what was going on. Like, that's just how I felt. But I came to the realization that that is what I was dealing with just a couple months ago. And I started talking to my therapist about it, and I made myself aware about it, that that is what I was going through. And I started working on how I can help myself not be in that funk or deal with postpartum depression anymore. And now I feel like 100% better. I was about to say 95%, but no, I really feel 100% better. Like, I get up in the morning and I don't feel like I just want to just the day just to end. Like, I love waking up and getting dressed now, and I actually put on real clothes now, and I take care of myself. Like, I keep up my self-care. I make sure my nails and feet are done, hair done, and things like that. So that's really something that I dealt with during motherhood. Also, like I said, finding a balance with my marriage. My marriage was in, I wouldn't say shambles, but we were like up and down around the corner sometimes. Because we both wanted time for each other. We both wanted time individually, but we both wanted to spend time with Gianni, and we just couldn't find that balance. But once we found that balance, it's been amazing. Like, and it took some time. Like, it took about a year for us to figure that out. But we gave each other grace throughout the process. We still loved each other throughout the process. And yeah, so that's like really what I dealt with. That's pretty much it. And then, like, I guess not, I wouldn't say called normal stuff, but like just finding trust in family and our village and things like that. But other than that, nothing else. What is something that most people wouldn't guess about you? Most people wouldn't guess that I'm married with a baby, because I tell them I'm 24, and they're like, well, they be like, you married? 24? Married? A baby? Yes, nowadays that's normal. But married? No. A lot of people would not guess I was married, especially if they didn't see me in person with my wedding ring on and things like that. So yeah. What is your favorite thing to do on a day-to-day basis? Honestly, sleep. I love to sleep, especially because sometimes I don't get enough sleep. But also, if I'm on a show that I like to watch TV. I like to cook. What else I like to do? Shop. Unfortunately, I love to shop. That's like a hobby of mine. My husband said I should find a better hobby where I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money, but we're going to talk about that later. So I love to shop. That's really what I like to do. How's life being a mom? Life being a mom is amazing. I love every moment of it. The good, the bad, the learning, the learning stages, everything. Like I said, parenthood does not come with a handbook. So I'm still learning, but I'm learning through the growth of my daughter. It is amazing. I would do it all over again. I can't wait to do it all over again, like I said. So yeah. How's life going? Life is great. Life is amazing. I really can't complain. Things could be going worse, but God is great, and he's keeping me, and every day I wake up I give him praise, because life could really be in shambles, and sometimes it do be in shambles, but even in the shambles I still give him praise, because somebody else is worse off than me. So life is great. I'm just thankful to be here and living, and in the circumstances that I am in, with my family, being as though I'm married and have a baby. I'm just grateful. So yeah, life is great. Was it hard adjusting to mom wife life? Yes, very much. Like I said, it took us a while to find that balance. How are you mentally? Any new hobbies or recent challenges? Mentally, I can be honest, I'm much better now. If you would have asked me this, we'll be in February. We'll be in January. About to be in February. If you would have asked me this around like July, August, I probably would have said I'm not okay. But I'm better now. But being better started with me acknowledging that I was not okay. Like, I had to be honest with myself, like, you're not okay, Mariama. And it's okay to not be okay, but you can't keep saying that you're okay if you're not okay. So right now, I am great. Like, I feel good. I'm really working on things to better myself, or not better myself, but just continue to make myself happy. Like, I'm working on losing weight, because after I had Gianni, I gained a lot of weight. So yesterday I got on a scale, guys, and I lost 15 pounds in a month. And I just started going to the gym, so I'm going to just keep consistently going to the gym, and I'm just really excited to see what God has in store for me. And in this season, I talked to my therapist, I sent her an email, and I just saw her in this season, like, I just want to stay focused on God, my family, and myself. And I just want to be obedient to what God has for me, because in my obedience, I know He's going to bless me. So that's really where I'm at. So yeah, any new hobbies? No. I still just like this show. I do need to find a hobby. My husband told me I should find a hobby. I think I'm going to start Pilates. I've been kind of like on and off about it, but I think I'm going to just go to a class and see how I like it, and just go from there. So yeah, recent challenges. Putting my baby in daycare was a recent challenge. Not because I didn't want to, but because she's been sick like back to back to back to back to back every week. It felt like every week, y'all. She just been sick. So that really has been a challenge, because I got to take off of work, or my husband got to take off of work and things like that. But, you know, God is good. And I'm just happy that she is in daycare. She has learned so much since she's been in daycare. So I'm just happy that she is in daycare, but I'm not happy that she's sick. But it's okay. They say that's what comes with daycare. So hey, I just try to keep her immune system built up. I make her a little concoction. So it's orange juice, lemon, and honey, and I give it to her every morning or night if I can't give it to her in the morning. And that's just what I've been just doing, just to naturally try to build her immune system. And I can say it has been working. Instead of her getting sick, instead of her actually getting sick, she's just been getting fevers to try to fight it off. But still, even in that, she still can't go to daycare for 24 hours. But still, I'll take that over being sick for 3 days. Like when she had RSV, I was out of work for a week. So because it was so contagious, and then I had got sick as well. Um so yeah, but those were all the questions that I got, y'all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video, but I just want to thank everybody for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment anything, any videos that you want to see next. Just let me know. I think my next video was going to be like a weekly vlog of my life, just Monday through Sunday, because mind you, I work at the hospital, so I work 12 hours a day, but most of the time I work 60 hours a week, so I'm mainly at work. But when I'm not at work, I'll just make sure I vlog and just give y'all some updates. So my next video, I'm going to do a video every week. So next Thursday, I'll upload a video as well. Even if it's just a short, I'll upload something so that I can just keep things going on YouTube. If you don't mind, share this video with somebody. You know, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And once again, I thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Mwah.
Baby, can you focus on me?